Hey everyone, so this is going to be a brand new thing we're going to be bringing out. This is commentating time. So I am so excited. We are going to be setting up right now. We are on round one. We have Clickstuff versus 4 Point Gaming. You will be actually hearing from me and Kenny Pena.
Sorry about that. I left my mic on mute, but I am back. And yes, this is exciting. And New format, like you said, we got 4 points versus clicks off. And I think what we're going to be doing is shuffling between three different streams as the round progresses. Am I correct?
Yes. So we got A, B, and C teams. So we're A, B, and C players. So we're gonna go ahead and go back and forth and let you guys know what's going on.
And I think we're starting off on the A game, correct? Which
Correct.
is
Yes.
the team captain. So we have Isaac on our left, Jason on our Isaac from 4 Point Gaming Club on our left, and Jason Alvey on our right from Clixed.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like a Fantastic Four theme team on the left, and it seems like Isaac did some of his Invisible Woman Form the Four shenanigans, and then armor. I think that's an armor theme team on the right for Jason
Mm-hmm.
with E-Tree, which is something you normally don't see. E-Tree has the ability to put three special objects on the sideline and then place one in the starting area, so it's easier for one of the characters to just not necessarily start auto-equip, but essentially very easily become equipped.
Yep. And it looks like right now what we were talking about before, we got Isaac switching over from Visible Woman and Silver Surfer. We got the Franklin Richards and Valeria, or no, Franklin Von Doom.
Yes, if I it seems like Silver Surfer and the common Invisible Woman swapped out for those two.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac feels in this particular matchup that will be better. I will have to agree with him. Onslaught and his scary mind control range. You definitely want someone who has stop clicks like Franklin, and then uh, Valeria just offers extra utility, whether it comes with telekinesis and things like that to get characters in position.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely don't want to leave Onslaught gunning you down for too long in a wide open space, which I'm assuming is why he picked this map. This map has a lot of walls and could help protect against that strategy.
Yes, this is a solid map. And then right now he just put a barrier up because of Franklin Von Doom's ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like him having like the matter rearranger in a sense. It's pretty funny.
Yes, good classic golden age item. I remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin, essentially, yes, his my thoughts and desires come to fruition trait is that in a nutshell.
So
But
it looks like he's using this map to his strength right now, where he actually has the 19 defend from thing to surround Valeria and Franklin, and then we have Black Leopard right next to Franklin Von Doom. It looks like we are looking at equipped right now. Punisher War Machine. Wow.
yeah, Punisher War Machine is he seems like he's fragile, but man, does he bring the heat. He can definitely he just likes to attack, 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 attack. He has colossal stamina. He can attack, he can make a free attack when he has two tokens. So I mean we're looking at, in the span of two full turns, three attacks, 3 turns, 5 attacks. Now you might be taking a lot of damage from colossal stamina, but if you hit all those attacks and you hit hard, it's definitely worth it. So he definitely brings the offense. And if you also notice, Jason Alvey has a character over here,
Mm-hmm.
the Punisher, and the reason for that is Punisher War Machine has a trait that pretty much has gone largely unnoticed. The
Yep.
fact that there weren't too many viable Punishers that you could play in the meta. And it allows him that when Punisher War Machine would be KO'd, he can actually replace himself with a character on the sideline named Punisher. Now, they're not Frank Castle the Punisher, but his name is the Punisher, so technically still qualifies. So he's trying to get as much mileage out of that Punisher War Machine as he can.
And it also looks like, let's see, E-Tree? Is it E-Tree that's holding up the object right now? The spin ring?
It seems like that is the case. A spin ring is being held. Jason does not have it laid out as Isaac does, so he's holding at the moment, but I can't confirm that right now. And I also don't want to mess with their game unless I absolutely have to. So I'm trying not to move things around.
All right, and then we got a lot of side steps going on right now on Isaac's side, which is actually pretty solid because they're slowly but surely moving up without the ability of being open right now.
Correct. So if Jason will have to clear a lot of walls down before he can get a clean, comfortable shot with Onslaught or Punisher War Machine. Definitely not impossible, but I would imagine it's not his preference either.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is how Isaac obviously has a very defensively built team. So you would think if I am playing defensively, that means I'm foregoing offense to do so. And Onslaught does have he has a 18 invulnerability top dial, followed by a lot of super senses. He has that damage ability, which is shape change. He has probability control. It's he is not an easy character to hit. So with all this extra defense on his side, and I don't want to say a lack of offense, but a lowered amount of offense than normal. Will it be worth it that he has all this protection, and when he finally gets the opportunity, is he going to make the most out of that attack? And I guess that's why they play the game, right?
Yep, definitely. And it also looks like Franklin. Like for me, it's Franklin Richards. That guy is really going to be solid. Now, if you roll good with Franklin Richards, you can potentially just take 1 damage from his ability, so he gets to pick powers. Just depends on what he does pick with that. If he rolls good, he can get essentially 1 damage on that.
Yeah, so pretty much he picks his powers, he rolls a d6, and whatever half of that result is how much unavoidable damage he takes. If he rolls a 6, well, he's taking 3 unavoidable. No one likes that. If he rolls a 1 or a 2, he's taking 1. So it's a gamble, but being able to pick any 3 powers you want is sometimes worth that gamble. So I think some dice are being rolled in the 12B game if we want to hop on over there.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and go right over there to their game. There we go.
So we have Dan from Clixed, Dan Powell, former 2-time, I believe, ROC Cup champion. And then we have on the right Matt Esbrook, who definitely back in the day when Clix was young has won a handful of tournaments and still manages to place very highly in the most recent tournaments. I think he was a top 4 player at the 2018 World Championship. And we have Dan with a Widows team. I guess a slight variation because it's Widows, Steve Roger, and Batman. So welcome to the Avengers, Batman. And on the right, we have Darkseid, Daredevil. And yeah, I guess just a very, very difficult to KO team on the right-hand side here.
Now, did we miss something as far as the KO from Daredevil? Because I don't see him on the board right now.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yep, it seems like this game definitely got onto a fast start. I'm trying to see if there's any other way I can envision why he's not on the board, but other than just being KO'd, that seems to make the most sense. I'm looking at the rolls that were made. So it seems Daniel rolled a 6-3 on one roll. He rolled a 6-1 on another roll. He rolled a 2-6 on another roll. So Daniel definitely rolled a lot of 6s. I would imagine a lot of those were on Daredevil. So Daredevil did not have a good time when this round started.
Yeah, looking at it right now, Captain Marvel went straight all the way in with Chewie and just basically overpowered. Wow.
And that's this game is about risk and reward. Daredevil having the ability to not be KO'd unless you roll sixes, which is what, a 16.6% chance when you roll one die, but now you double that when you roll two dice. And there have been games where I played against a Daredevil, David, and I made 10, 12 different attack rolls. I never rolled a six. And there have been other games where I literally make 3 attack rolls. They're all sixes. And sometimes he's there to annoy you for the entire game. Sometimes he's there to just say hi and bye.
Yep. That's true, though.
But Daniel definitely didn't want to waste any time. He rushed over there and able to catch it. But it seems like Chewie got to work, and that's a 60-point lead. I also see there's an Infinity Gauntlet to the bottom left. Maybe Matt was playing that with Daredevil, and with the bad luck on the 6 rolls, it got KO'd. So, and that's a 30-point object. So this might be a 90-point lead for Daniel, but he also has Black Widow, who is very well equipped to handle Darkseid. This is not looking very pretty for Matt at the moment.
Oh, yeah, it looks like Batman's looking at potentially getting something off.
Yeah, so there is that one object in the way over here, where Darkseid is trying to hide and not get within Batman's line of fire, but it's I think Darkseid's going to need a lot more than that if he's going to turn this around.
Oh yeah. And it's gonna, and then you have Captain Marvel just sitting right there waiting. So he did put up the Omega Beam, but I mean, it's not gonna really do as much right now because he has no Mastermind to anyone.
I mean, he'll be able to attack someone potentially, but there's Chewie, there's 2 Captain Marvels, there's a Black Widow. It's definitely an uphill battle. And we do have another game to check out if you want to go to 12C real quick.
Sounds good. I'll see you right there.
So, more champions. Hell of a first round matchup. We got Tyler Spees, who is the 2018 world champion, and Scott Crampton, who has a handful of titles back in the early days, and even as recent as I want to say 2017 or 2016. U.S. national champion. And
nice.
It seems like Tyler on the left, there's a Lockjaw there, which is cool, and a Darkseid, so more Darkseid action. Brainiac and Dark Phoenix, so that seems like a cosmic theme team. And then Scott is playing what it seems to be the same exact team he played last week in the singles national, which was a mixture of different meta relevant figures such as Jason Wingard, Vulture. I think he had a Dark Phoenix of his own. Valeria Von Doom, Traitor, Green Proteus, and Tri-Sentinel. So with Valeria and Spin, I think people know how potent of a combo that is. Anytime a character within 4 squares is placed, they take a damage. So her being able to do that seems like a combo, an obvious combo. So Scott added Traitor in there to try to double up on that, which I think is very clever. I know he got to top 16, I want to say, last week.
Yes.
So he obviously felt comfortable that this is good enough to do it. It's very hard to win a tournament. There's a lot of luck involved too. So he didn't want to make too many changes. He wanted to give this a shot again and give it a go. And I don't blame him. It's a very strong team.
Yeah, and Darkseid's good. Going up against Darkseid with Lockjaw, it's just a powerhouse in general. But he does have his Dark Phoenix that we're sitting right there. Yeah, the Valeria Von Doom would help him. It's gonna be basically on how those rolls are gonna be on either side.
And I'm gonna highlight real quick over here that little circle. Look how Scott was very clever. Utilizing the Proteus, he moved a lot of his characters. Now, that green Proteus says that if you are within range of him, when you are given a costed action, after that action, he can place a terrain marker within 3 squares of where they are at that moment.
Yeah.
Without needing any line of fire. So he pretty much surrounded the Omega Beam with blocking terrain, meaning in such a way where if he rolls for that Omega Beam, he would have to either just go through the barrier and make a new one start over, or go around the barrier. And Scott has a pretty easy way of just making more to just circumvent how that Omega Beam marker goes. So
Yep.
little clever tech there by Scott to buy him some more time as he tries to creep closer towards Tyler's team.
Yeah, that's yeah. That way that he has to go around with the Omega Beam.
Yeah. And I would imagine that's why Darkseid got a little bit closer. He normally wants to hang back, but just in case if he has to just suck it up and go into a blocking terrain, he can make a new Omega Beam marker that's much closer than it originally was. So I would imagine that's one of the reasons why he's on the corner of the WWE map currently.
Yep. And that is his terrain, so he has a prob as well too. So if they try to attack him, he gets a prob as well.
Yeah, man, Darkseid hits pretty hard, so you definitely don't want him swinging multiple times if you could help it.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Then he has Scott has these. Is it Crimson Sage? He's got he already has his 2 pogs out from Jason Wingard already.
That's right. Jason Wingard does. He is all about the bystanders.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that on the sideline, he has Miles, he has Gwen, he has Molecule Man, he has all of the bystanders from Isaac, not his teammate, but the Heroclix character.
Yep.
That can bring in Lord Gaia, Lord Stellarex, and Chaos.
Yeah, and it just depends. Situational too. It's if he needs barrier at that moment, he can definitely have it too, where it's Lord Gaia, where he can barrier up his team for just that action, and then he can do whatever he needs to do. So it's just situational for that. But I did see a lot of Jason Wingards where they utilize the chaos a lot more than anything else.
I mean, autonomous TK with very healthy numbers like Chaos has is very hard to beat. As if you're having a conversation with one of the best bystanders that Jason Wingard can generate, and Chaos is not in that conversation, I don't think that's a very healthy conversation.
Yeah.
Definitely won't say he is the best, but he's definitely worthy of that of taking that sideline, at least one of them.
Yeah.
And not only that, because he also comes with a package of Lord Gaia and Stellarex. So not only do you get the one character that you really, really want, you're also getting 2 options, like you said, situationally could come in handy.
Yeah. So it looks like he moved, so he sidestepped, and it looks like he may be taking an attack. Scott is on to Darkseid, possibly, because it looks like he rolled right now.
Yep, and he's rolling again.
From prob.
This is, by the way, this is an outdoor map.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not easy to tell. This is the Great Mound map from the Avengers Black Panther Illuminati set. And Yak just got KO'd.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like he may have double targeted Darkseid and Brainiac, but I think he just best he just hits Brainiac. Well, he's got 3 damage, yeah. So 3 damage from there.
I'm just trying to figure out how he had the range to do that.
1, 2.
Then again, he does have a lot of perplexes, so it is very easy to figure out how he did that.
13 perplex, yeah. And then there it is. So he used Valeria to spin ring.
Yep.
So he spun her. That's actually solid.
Yep. And here comes the barrier. Trader is currently equipped with the 0 Mandarin ring. So that's a free 1 barrier, and then a power action if he chooses 4 more squares of barrier. So that's 5 total squares that he can place down.
Yeah.
which is very useful against Darkseid and the Omega marker. And Lockjaw, while he could call any power he wants in the game, that's something he doesn't handle particularly well when it comes to gratuitous amounts of blocking terrain.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, Dark Phoenix, her click number just changed because she did KO the Brainiac, so she does get to heal 1 click. So has range combat expert. She's no longer on her stop click, and well, she just gets scarier as she heals more. There's no nice way to put it.
Exactly, especially when you perplex up her damage to a 4 and she starts KOing other figures. That's when it starts stacking up to that.
Yeah. You see Tyler making a roll here.
Ooh, 11.
Yeah.
Wondering what that roll was for.
So I'm quickly taking a peek on the 12B game with Dan and Matt, and I see Darkseid off the map. So I am just going to go ahead and say that is over. And they're probably just chit-chatting about, how that game went. And taking a peek over to 12A, Isaac slowly making his way towards the middle of the map. Very defensively. Jason is still hanging back in his starting area, which I don't blame him. If you remember, the King Tombs map is just tons and tons of walls blocking terrain.
Mm-hmm.
But I am perplexed with this 12C game. I know I think that's where we're currently on. So I kind of want to see how this is looking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh, it looks like he blew. Okay, so he blew up the terrain.
So that's what he did. He used the Omega marker 5/6. So it wasn't an attack roll. He just rolled 2 dice to see how far it moves. And then he just pretty much said, I'm going to go ahead and blow up a wall. He is now basing Dark Phoenix with Darkseid, which means he gets to remove a token, actually, if he took a move action. Unless he charged, which it's quite possible. And that is an 8 movement charge.
And then the only thing with that one is now he can't make an Omega Beam. Yeah, he's going to potentially KO. He can't KO Dark Phoenix because of her stop click now.
Yeah. I think he's just realizing that if he wants to do something, he's just got to get in there.
Mm-hmm. But now potentially now you can have your Vulture now come in and do something. Because he can hit he can hit and Flurry Darkseid because he can't Mastermind anymore. But then again, he has that Impervious ability.
So the thing with the Impervious ability, it's very useful. It's not very useful against penetrating damage, which is what Valeria and Trader want to do when it comes to the spin ring. So if I had to take a guess, either Dark Phoenix is going to go all in on attack to try to knock Darkseid off that first click, or Vulture is, like you mentioned. And then once he's on click 2 with that special defense power, that's when you're going to see all the spinning going on and start taking chunks of life away from Darkseid. He probably could KO him if everything goes correctly this one turn. I don't think that will happen. I also don't think it's necessary. Pacing yourself, and he also has 2 tokens too, so there's no need to overextend to do this. And Lockjaw, once again, very useful utility. I don't think Lockjaw on his own is enough to take care of the entire field that Scott has on the map right now.
It's true, yeah. I definitely concur on that one. Yeah, just ping him. I mean, I wouldn't push Phoenix. Like you said, he has 2 tokens for Darkseid. So yeah, just ping him with the charge. Oh, there you go. Barrier.
Well, yep. I think I also forgot that there's a Tri-Sentinel on the map, and Trader has the 0 Mandarin ring. So not only can he do shenanigans with the spin and Valeria, he could do shenanigans with Tri-Sentinel and blocking. So there's a lot here. There's way more than I initially thought that Scott can do here when it comes to circumventing Darkseid's defensive abilities.
Oh, okay, okay. That is, let's see, we got Valeria. Yeah. Who is up right now? Is Scott up right now?
I would say it's Scott's turn. I know that Tyler just pretty much ran in there with Tyler. Then Tyler rolled a 4 and a 4, which I would imagine are leadership rolls. I'm sorry, I said Tyler. Tyler moved in with Darkseid.
Mm-hmm.
Scott just rolled 2 leadership rolls, so it's still his turn.
And then just let our guys know who are commentating. Hey, just letting you know, Ricky. We did talk about the other two matchups right now. We are cycling through matches. Just bear with us on B right now. Darkseid is off the map, so that's why we didn't tune into that one. We will tune into A when the action starts picking up on it.
Yeah, I'm taking a quick look here. It does seem some walls have been destroyed on A, so it seems like we're very close to some of the action being had on A.
Ooh, okay.
I am curious. I'm curious to see what's going on here and what Scott chooses to do to maximize the damage output on Darkseid.
Yeah, because this is very, very interesting. If we're going to be seeing a lot of action right now, because now we have Darkseid against the entire world.
Yep. And his puppy is hanging back there, so he's just all he can do is watch right now.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of surprised he didn't bring him up to potentially mastermind onto him if he needs to.
I don't think Lockjaw could be masterminded too, but I could be incorrect. There's so many Heroclix figures; it's hard to remember all of them perfectly.
Yeah, actually, let me see if I can check.
I'm wrong. I just pulled it up. He definitely can be masterminded too. I think was it Dare? I think Daredevil's the one that says you can't be masterminded too. So I think I just got those two confused.
Daredevil, yes, you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting though, as far as why he has Lockjaw hanging back. But I mean, I could be wrong. It could be there could be a thing on that. So I mean, if they try to hit Lockjaw, he gets the prop on top of that. But we're just gonna see right now what Scott actually wants to do, because there's a lot. Because he has a kitty right there. He has the flurry he can actually utilize. He has the charge flurry with Vulture. But again, we all gotta make sure we don't talk too much about the team.
Yeah. The most important thing here is just once you get Darkseid off click 1, it becomes a much easier. And while 14 attack, 13 attack against a 19 seems like it's easy, guess what? Dice sometimes don't like you, and you could miss. And then all of a sudden, if you really banked on a low roll and didn't go your way, your whole turn could just be in the pooper, and that's never a good thing. So
Yep.
I could understand Scott, getting a plan A, plan B, plan C, just in case things don't go the right way. But we'll just have to wait and see. Everyone definitely plays the game their own way, and that's why we're here playing against one another. They want to say, hey, my way is better than your way. So can't really fault anyone for sticking to what they want to do.
Let's see. So
I'm going to go ahead and peek on A. And yeah, it seems like Onslaught moved, and does seem like Onslaught has line of fire to some characters. So yeah, I feel like we're stuck. We want to see both A and C. So I'll leave it up to you, David, where you want to go view right now.
I think right now, I mean, we can. Because Scott just moved in with his Vulture.
So I think Venom Symbiote is equipped on Darkseid. Tyler just rolled a 6 after Vulture moved, and I think Darkseid is very happy that he rolled a 6. And you'll see that the barrier got placed in between Darkseid and Vulture. That's because of Proteus. And now here comes a shape change roll of 1, an attack roll of an 8 with a blades roll of 3. So I can only imagine that was Chewie using Giant Reach 2 to attack Darkseid.
Yep.
And there it is. Darkseid's now on click 2. He just changed his click number. Second attack. Tyler misses his shape change, and that's a 9. That's going to hit again with a
Wow.
blades roll of 4. Here comes the impervious.
What?
And sometimes you can't send a vulture to do a cat's job. Sometimes the cats are just more effective. And Darkseid from click 1 to click 4, invincible. And there you go. You're seeing the swapping of the objects with the spin and the barrier, and here comes a lot. Here comes a lot of free penetrating damage.
Wow, that was a huge turn.
And that Darkseid has 2 action tokens, so Scott doesn't really have to do all that much right now. You can see he's putting all the barriers around Darkseid just in case Lockjaw, for some insane reason, has a way to get him out of there. Now that Darkseid he's taking a nap. He's in jail. He's not going anywhere. He's not passing go. He's not collecting $200. He is.
Oh man,
he is a prisoner right now.
That was a solid turn. That was awesome. Chewie did some work.
Yep. Darkseid held off Vulture, but couldn't hold off the Chewie. And also the swapping of the objects. He's setting himself up for a potential 2 penetrating damage with the spin ring next turn, because both Traitor and Valeria can sidestep. And even more so with Tri-Sentinel and barrier placement. And then, and we're not even talking about attack rolls. Like, beyond that, you could just flat out attack him.
1 pan, and then another pan. This is going to be one of those things right now. That was the main thing right now, to get him off his first click.
Yep. So he's on click 4 right now. I think it's very easy that at least 3 penetrating damage is going to happen in one way or another. If I were Scott, I would definitely try to attack him first now. His defense is lower. And as he gets to his higher click numbers, his defense does go up as high as 19 or 20 even. So if I can try to sneak in 2 or 3 more damage via attacks and then rely on KOing him via the penetrating damage of Valeria and Tri-Sentinel, that would be the optimal play.
Yep. Use barrier up and potentially barrier up, and then just basically break the barrier into giving him penetrating damage. There's a lot
Seems
here.
Like some as I peek over to the A game, there was some attack rolls made from Jason, some high attack rolls.
You want to jump over to
A? Yeah, I think no offense to Tyler, this is looking pretty grim for him. We can take a quick look at 12A and see what's going on there. I'll try to hop back and keep an update on 12C.
Okay. Yeah. So we're on A now.
So now we're on A, and you can see there's debris there. Onslaught and Punisher War Machine both had a line of fire to Thing and a bunch of other characters. It doesn't seem like anyone took damage. Then again, it's very hard to hit 20s or 22 sometimes. However, Franklin Von Doom from Isaac, he is not on click 1 anymore. He is on, I'll take a quick peek. That is a click 4. So that is his first stop click, which is his best click. So that Franklin is ready to put the hurting on some of Jason's characters.
Yep. Now he has sidestep, 13 attack, 20 defense, and 5 damage. Wow, that is outstanding.
Yep. And Black Panther can be positioned in such a way where he can make it so the other characters that he's targeting don't have anything higher than a 17 defense. So 13 to 17s, normally a very, very easy roll, and I think that's what Isaac's going to try to do. But it seems like it is Jason's turn right now. So before Isaac can make those attacks, Jason's going to try to find a way to best position himself or potentially even finish off Franklin Von Doom.
And it was noted that it does say that Darkseid can reduce penetrating damage from equal or lower point characters.
You know, I got so ahead of myself, and then you're absolutely right. I'm reading it right now. Darkseid reduces penetrating damage to him equal, and everyone on that team definitely were lower point characters. So that is my mistake.
It's okay. I
So
mean, that was from one of our streamers, so from one of
hey,
our audience. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, guys.
yep, I appreciate that. Sometimes, I make mistakes too, and thank you for pointing that out. Definitely want to make sure we give as much proper information as possible. And
Yeah.
at in this game, that can be a lot. That could be a lot to ask for. So thank you again.
All right. So let's see. We got. All right. Let's see. We got. How I'm checking out all the dice rolls on.
Yep.
So we got Jason rolling. Okay, so it's. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on right now. I think it's more of a thought process on Isaac's side.
Yes, I know Jason. When we came on here, he was moving characters around. I would imagine he passed, and now Isaac is trying to come up with a game plan to. Well, yeah, he's coming up with a game plan to do something here, and having a high defense via things defense and Franklin natural high defense. He definitely doesn't want to just sit there either and let Onslaught keep on making free attack after attack.
Yeah.
And if he does attack, he has to be aware of Ice Span's Colossal Retaliation. It's pretty close. This is definitely a tense turn for him since this is not super clear cut and dry.
Yeah. We got Valeria. Well, Valeria can see Franklin right now because he's colossal. So pretty
Correct.
much, it's gonna be how he wants this turn to go. Because what's really interesting though too is, um, Franklin can be TK'd because yes, he is colossal, but he's still a standard character. He's still a
He's still,
standard size,
a single base character.
single base.
Yep.
So Valeria can potentially, help him out with that.
So just to recap real quick here, it seems like we have the uncommon Valeria Richards on Isaac's side with the Space Gem, Black Leopard with the Nightbringer, Mandarin Ring, and super rare, dad thing with is that the Ego Gem? I can't tell. It's so small.
That looks like the Ego Gem, yes.
That is definitely the Ego Gem. So if you thought hitting 19s and 20s were hard, try doing 21s. And on Jason's side, Punisher War Machine Standard is a soul gem with all the colossal stamina that he has and all the free attacks. Being able to heal off both close and range attacks just makes absolute sense. Nothing wrong with that. And a +1 defense never hurts. And Tree is equipped with the Spin Ring. So it seems like Franklin is taking a sidestep. And I would imagine, I know Iceman can come and Colossal Retaliate, but you do have high defenses. He sidestepped back because who is that? That is Dawn Greenwood. So that's enhancement for, that's going to be a 6 damage attack for Isaac if he makes his attack roll on Punisher War Machine.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. And then he has the Perplexes as well from Valeria.
So the only, I don't want to say it's a problem because 6 damage is always a good thing. Punisher War Machine currently has Invincible, so the most damage he would take is 3. Yeah. So there's a way for him to outwit that defense power. Then Punisher War Machine will not be happy about that. But otherwise, no one likes to take damage. He's okay going into Click 4 if it's an attack from Franklin's 13 penetrating Psychic Blast 5 base damage.
The only thing is with the Latvarian Engineer, doesn't the Latvarian Engineer have support on his click? Yes. Support and defend. So he needs to be careful with that one.
Oh, you're
But
talking about yes for on Jason's side. Yeah, I was
yeah,
so focused on Isaac's side. I'm like, where's the Liberian engineer? But I realized it's underneath Onslaught.
yeah, just gotta be
So I
very. I
hear.
mean, Isaac is a high level player, so he knows that that very engineer can help out Punisher War Machine if he needs to. So he's gonna try to take that out of the equation.
So I heard some rolls on the 12C game. So just to give you an update, Lockjaw definitely went in there to make some noise, and Lockjaw is now currently in the KO'd area. So uh,
Wow.
Puppy Patrol rescue mission for Darkseid did not end very well. Darkseid's still on the map, but now Lockjaw's KO'd as well, and it doesn't seem like Tyler got any KOs of his own. And yeah, that's pretty much the update I could give you on 12C. So it still looks like Scott has that game firmly in control. So that means in 12B we had Daniel come up on top on Matt. It seems like 12C Scott is going to come up on top versus Tyler. So that's one for Clixoff. That's one for 4 points. So it seems like this game 12A is going to be the deciding factor.
Yep, and now we definitely on this good game. So okay, now we'll stay on this game for you guys to watch. Yes, Ricky, it is indoor. We definitely know you can't see, but we're just gonna see what he can do as far as taking his shot because he is colossal. He could potentially break some walls, but we're just looking right now.
So here comes Franklin. And if I'm a betting man, one of the powers that Franklin is calling is Outwit. I would have to imagine that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to guess, it would be Outwit, probability control, and happen. I would probably Invincible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
And
would say so, definitely.
and then unless he chose sidestepped it in order to get there, in that case, forego one of those other options. But Outwit is definitely the one you want here to make sure Punisher War Machine is a blank defensive dial at the moment for Franklin to have fun with. There is a roll. Man, that is, even with a 13 attack, that is still not a good roll.
Man,
Either a prop or a theme prop should be happening.
yes.
I would imagine.
Most definitely,
I
it
would.
should.
If that roll sticks, that is a heartbreaker. Okay, there was a reroll. There, it's a 6. A 19 defense would hit an 18 plus 1 with the soul gem. And there you go. So that definitely was an Outwit in play. And Punisher War Machine went down. And there's our boy. There's a Punisher. Yeah. So Punisher, he was it wasn't Frank Castle in the suit. It was the robot Punisher of Galactus that was in the suit this entire time. Plot twist.
Wow. I know. I remember someone had told me I was like laughing about it. He's like, "Man, I thought it was a frog this whole entire time." Yeah, Punisher's pretty good though too. Battle Fury. His
Yeah, I mean, for
special.
30 points, he can definitely dish out damage. He just doesn't have the move and attack. But then again, he's also 30 points with Outwit protection. How much more do you want?
Yep.
So there's a roll and a re-roll. And it looks like that is a 10. And, well, that was short-lived. So both Punisher War Machine and Punisher go down for the count.
Oh, from Franklin. Nice.
Well, yeah, there are two different Franklins here. So
Oh, Franklin Richards. So it looked like
Yep.
Franklin Richards hit him.
Correct.
Both Franklins did some damage right now.
Yep. Team Franklin definitely doing some work. So that gives Isaac a nice comfortable lead where Jason now definitely needs to score some points to stay in this match.
No, so Ricky, we are indoors, but if you actually see the elevation is higher, so it's 3 over 2.
Yeah, so You'll notice that Franklin Richard is on the edge of the elevation 3 to see down to elevation 2 to make that attack on the little Punisher. Franklin is a colossal at the moment, so he didn't really care where on the elevation he was. As long as he could draw a line of fire to the Punisher War Machine, that was all legal. So everything happened there happened as it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that is 95 points for Isaac there.
Yeah, this is still. I mean, you still have Onslaught there, but
Yep.
it was a hard hit though, hitting the Punisher War Machine. So still anybody's game, you know.
So not to make light of things, Iceman could retaliate. We have the spin ring there that can get Onslaught into proper position to make an attack via E tree.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that was only 95 points on Punisher War Machine. So if some good rolls and some good fortune to get a Franklin Richards or Valeria and Black Leopard, that's all of a sudden 90 points. You start creeping up, you start catching up, and try to play a cat and mouse game with the lead. And sometimes players, they just so focused in it, they just want to get the full KO. They want to knock out the entire team, even though that means putting themselves at risk. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there are times where a tactical treat to preserve your lead and make sure you win the game is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to recognize that is, well, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. So as I predicted, E-Treek went ahead and used a spin ring to put Onslaught down there. So Onslaught doesn't have any movement attack. Onslaught's now going to go ahead and try to do Onslaught things.
Yeah.
And if he hits this, and then they can hit each other, regardless of the high defense numbers from Super Rare Thing, this is what Jason needs. He needs things to start getting weakened. That 5 roll, that 5 and 4 roll, that's not what you want to see. That means that most with the Perplex 12, that's a 17 and a 16 defense. That's definitely not going to do it against any of these characters. That's a tough break.
Oh, yeah.
And he's an armor theme team, so he can't theme prop. He used an onslaught prop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is definitely the right play for Jason to do. The dice just did not want to cooperate.
Ouch.
So here comes the retaliation. And, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. And I think this qualifies as one of those times.
So here we go. It's retaliation time.
Yep. So I would imagine Iceman is going to try to go for the Franklin Chase. That's what I would do. He's worth more points. It's probably the higher number defense to hit, but you need something, and I don't think that's enough. That's going to hit at most an 18, and we all know that everyone around Thing is 19 at minimum.
Yeah. Wow.
And there's another roll there. I'm going to go ahead and look up Iceman's retaliation real quick just to... I think I know what it does, but... Okay, so after a place after such, he can make a close attack target chosen character to do so. After resolutions, he can immediately use Incapacitate at no cost. So the first attack was the attack roll. The second attack was to use Incapacitate. And I think both missed. So with Onslaught missing once, Iceman missing twice, that is 3 total misses. Here comes Trouble Alert Firestorm. He does seem to be on the wrong click, but I'm sure they'll correct that and put him on click 4.
And then he has the Energy Explosion.
Correct. So he has Probability Control, Energy Explosion, Sidestep, and most importantly, the ability to make an attack, which is what Jason desperately needs to do, and he desperately needs to hit. to get some points and make sure this game doesn't slip away from him.
So we got an update from Howard. So what team is up right now, and is it close, and who is winning? That's what Howard was actually asking us. So with the Team C and Team B, who are we looking at as far as stat wise? We've got, because I know we had Scott. He actually is taking down the Lockjaw and Brainiac. Has the 0 ring and the spin ring on there on the KO. He has nothing KO'd on his area except for Gwen.
Yeah, which is a bystander, so that's no point. So it looks like Scott does have a lead of 95-0 currently.
Team B already cleared.
And B was a full sweep. And I don't have the exact total of what if Matt was playing, but Daniel gave up 0 points. So potentially 300-0 or maybe 299-0. And then on game A over here, Isaac is holding on with a 95-0 lead at the moment.
Yeah, so we got 95-0 on that one.
Yep. So I will
go ahead.
I will give Tyler some credit though. Darkseid's hanging in there. I thought he would go down a little bit faster, but I guess he's no slouch. And me forgetting that he can reduce penetrating damage definitely helps his cause there.
Yeah.
So he's definitely in there. He's right now based against Chewy and Crimson Sage, which are not the things you want to be based against on that team. But he is I think in Apocalypse they say die for Darkseid. Darkseid is definitely dying for Darkseid right now. He's taking out whoever he can with him at the very moment.
So it looks like right now, just by looking at it, 4 Point Gaming is in the lead right now. Could be in the lead right now, depending on how this game goes.
Total points scored. Yeah. I think all Clixed off has is 300. I think Daniel scored all the points. Tyler has yet to score any, and Jason has yet to score any. And then for 4 points, Matt didn't score any. At the moment, what we say, 95 was it? 75, 90, 75, 85, 95. So there's a total of 190 points scored for Team 4 Points Gaming and a total of 300 points scored for Clixed Off.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So yeah, this all depends on this game on how Isaac does.
But it could very well be that Clixed Off gets to 2 wins and less points, and Clixed Off has more points but the 1 win. So
yeah,
gotta love how the team games work sometimes, where the points don't tell the entire story.
Yeah, it's true. It just depends. Like, yeah, this 2 games were pretty good. I mean, you had the Darkseids, and then you had the Vultures, and then it wasn't really the Vultures. It was more position wise for Scott on the C one.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think he leaned on Dark Phoenix, her big range. Definitely on an outdoor map to get the snipe on Brainiac and put pressure on Darkseid and Lockjaw. You know, when you have a giant flaming bird with 13 range who can heal and do massive amount of damage, you have to respect it.
Yeah, that's when you see her right there, and you don't want to have any pogs anywhere near her. That way, she doesn't heal fast.
Oh, yeah, that's she loves that. That's a buffet for her. Anyone that does bystanders. So I'm over here looking at the announcements, and that is last action called. So
there it is.
I don't think we're gonna get any more points. I do think 4 Point Gaming Club is going to walk away with 2 wins, 190 points. Iceman just got taken down, so I'm not sure if that was in the middle of last action or maybe Jason's just cleaning up. It seems like he's just cleaning up.
So that could just be it right there.
4 Points Gamings are going to walk away with 2 wins and 190 points. Clixed Off is going to walk away with 1 win and 300 points. And It was cool to see some different teams, and we got to see two dark sides on both teams, and it seems like both of them ended up on the losing side of things. But